welcome to Mr. Expert, the show where we have on different experts and they tell us all that they know. I am here today with Antarctica, the world's leading researcher in the landmass that is Antarctica.
Yes. Well, you see, I'm sorry, what was your name?
Lee.
Lee, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Anton Artika, the established gentleman that knows everything there is to know about Antarctica.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. I got a few questions for you, if that's okay.
That is exactly what I'm here for.
Amazing. So first up, I was just wondering, what are the top 3 animals in Antarctica?
Ooh, okay, that is a tough question because there are a lot of animals in Antarctica. Like,
Sure.
you have some certain types of moths. There are a couple of snails. I think my favorite personally are the lizards that live in like the center of it, like really down deep in the ground.
That's pretty cool. What are those lizards called?
I don't actually know. Nobody does.
Oh.
I only know that they're there because I know so much about Antarctica.
Right, of course.
Because I'm the expert, trust me.
Exactly. Very cool. So the lizards are your favorite?
The lizards are definitely my favorite. I think right next to that is probably, I mean, you gotta love penguins, right? Like, penguins are just great. Like, I love my homies, the penguins. Shout out Reggie if you're out there. Love you, bro. But anyway, also, big fan of some of the snails that they got out there. They taste pretty good.
Oh yeah? That's pretty good. I mean, the snails around here aren't too great, you know?
No, the snails around this part of town are just like a little bit too crunchy for me. You know, like the other one, it's just not the same.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So on to my next question. What's the best kind of ice?
The best kind of ice? Well, there are a lot of different types of ice. So, you know, black ice, that is one that I would hope a lot of people would be familiar with. That shows up on roads, so you're not really going to see any of that in Antarctica because there are no roads in Antarctica.
Yeah, definitely get a lot of black ice though here in the colonies.
Oh yes, absolutely, whole lot of it. But when you're in Antarctica, I think probably the scariest type of ice is red ice. And red ice is ice that gets so cold that it actually becomes hot.
Oh.
So you know, like the same way where if you like put your hand under the faucet and it's so hot that it feels cold, it's like that, but with ice.
That's pretty wild.
It's really dangerous, but it's really nice. I would definitely recommend getting a chance to find some red ice one of these days.
Does it look red, or is it just the name?
Yeah, it's like it's red.
Pretty cool.
I don't know. I mean, after all, it is called red ice.
Right,
like
right.
You know, that's just
fair.
the way
That's
the way it's supposed to be.
I suppose. Very interesting. I had no idea that red ice had such a prominence in the Antarctic region.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I feel very enlightened now.
I'm so glad I can enlighten you. Do you have any more questions for me? Because I'd love to tell you more about the most lovely Antarctica.
Absolutely. So I was wondering a little bit about kind of like the economy down there. Like, what are your imports and exports that are like the most beneficial for it?
Yes. So the best imports to get in Antarctica at all times, right? It's got to be hand warmers. Like, there's nothing outside of hand warmers that really you need. Like, you know, we don't actually have anything that's like good at insulating or keeping you warm. Mm-hmm. So when you're there, literally all you can do is just like take these things of hand warmers and just like drop them down your clothing to keep you warm. So, you know, that's always a really big import. We export nothing. So really, it doesn't work out very well for us. We're always short on hand warmers.
I see.
So
I see.
there's just like nothing you can do about that. But
Okay, so
yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to ask this question, but you said you export nothing. I've heard some tales of exported crates. Do you know anything about those crates?
You know too much. I will answer your question though. These crates, they are holding a very special cargo. Something that you don't really get to see very often, that it's worth a lot in a lot of these black markets nowadays. It's just a whole bunch of USBs full of NFTs.
That is a whole lot of alphabet soup right there.
It's worth about $45 in total.
I can see the draw.
Do you understand how much that's worth?
That is
It's like Bitcoin, but even better.
$45. That's so much. That's more than I've ever seen in one place. Thank you very much for sharing that very important piece of information with the world.
Absolutely.
I think you might now be overcome with people trying to banditize your crates.
I've already said too much. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, Anton Artica, for joining us today. We will maybe see you in Antarctica.
You join us already in progress. We've got a really intense one here. Neither side seems to be giving an inch. There's an adjustment to the glasses, which is very important. There's a blink, some chatter, but both sides seem to be going strong. Well, that was pretty anticlimactic. Is that the end of it, or do we go to Okay, we'll go to 2 out of 3. We'll go to 2 out of 3 here. Yeah, blinking does not count. Oh, okay. Well, what? Okay, now it does count. Apparently, I'm being told. So David's got the lead 1-0. It's still anyone's game, and they're off. It's getting real tough. Some changes in height. They're trash talking each other. I'm going to have to cover the microphone. They're saying some very profane things, mostly involving mothers. But neither side still not giving an inch. No blinks. No blinks. Lee is right now moving the glasses. That's very, very important. A great bit of strategy there as they come across the blue line into the zone. Both eyes are watering now, I'm being told. This is quite the spectacle. It is surely more entertaining and more fast paced than the sport of baseball. That can be said for sure. This is, and golf too, I'm being told. Now there's some shifting, as it is pretty hard to be standing for this amount of time. Neither side willing to give an inch, except for me, who would have lost quite some time ago. But that's why they pay me the big bucks to wear the suit and not to actually be the man in the arena. We're still going here in round 2. It's still happening. I really hope this isn't a precursor for tomorrow's baseball game, because I will lose my voice. They're matching each other move for move. They're really in sync now. Neither one wants to give an inch, as I've said 3 times before in this round, let alone. Absolutely. I would like to point out that there have been blinks. The corneas are surely hurting right now. Yeah. Howdy. It's gonna be any minute now. They're both twitching. They're both ready for this round to end. Who's it gonna be? I know who my money's on. The drama could not be higher here. It's like we're at Candlestick Park for Game 7 of the 1960 World Series. Both eyes of both participants are watering heavily. I'm surprised that they're not crying like I do in the shower every morning. I'm being told I should say less. No. Okay, anyway. I really don't know what else to report. It's been the same here for quite some time. Still here in round 2, wherever we are. Oh, now there's some shuffling. Some ducking and dodging. You know, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. But that isn't relevant here, because the only thing that is relevant in this particular form of competition is maintaining eye contact. Something that I've never been able to do. It's the reason why I don't have any friends. Nose is running, eyes are watering. Neither participant willing to give an inch. This is going on for quite some time. I was not told that I'd have to stand this long. My pants are very uncomfortable. This was a very cheap suit. Now there's some more trash talk, of course. We love the sportsmanship here in wherever we are. The eyes are turning red on David. Just to preface that. If he wins, then it's all over. If Lee wins, they both look like they're in pain from what I can see. I'm sure that you folks at home can't hear this, and that's probably a good thing. But you can hear me kind of being the proxy and being thrown off by all the trash talk that they are spewing and hurling at each other. They are now playing rock, paper, scissors in a ridiculously long bout. I doubt that if someone wins this, this will have no impact on it. They're just doing it to pass the time. I'd like to point out that the normal person would have grown very uncomfortable by now. I'm uncomfortable on your behalf, I'm sure, and on the behalf of the viewers. You know, sorry out there, but it's very interesting. 1-0 by easy for me to say. It's not like I talk for a living or anything. The score is 1-0 in favor of David. Who really wants to blink? That's true. I don't know why I'm saying that's true. You folks at home can't hear this. I'm the only one with a microphone. As I've said before, absolutely, and neither side is giving an inch. There have already been a couple blinks by each side I'd like to report, but they haven't counted. So, now our camera people are clapping. I'm not really sure that this is gathered into the spirit of the thing. Now everyone's clapping. I'm getting flashbacks to my second grade clarinet recital. It's a very traumatic experience for me. I'd really like to go home now. But we're still here, deadlocked in round 2. We're vibing here. Either side, once again, giving an inch. David has nothing to lose by blinking here, I should report. Nothing to lose. It is just a matter of stupid pride. Lee, on the other hand, has a lot to lose. Lee cannot lose on their own show. That would be kind of a bad look. It's looking really rough here. In the heat of competition, David's eyes are, I will admit, looking pretty scary right now. They're we've got them dabbing away some sweat and some other various bodily fluids, you know. And we're still ongoing here. We're into the whatever minute it is. I didn't bring a watch. 7 minutes just of this round. It is quite shocking, but it really goes to show you all about whatever this is. It's getting rough. The eyes are twitching. Lee says that they are good. It could be a poker face. They're really, really red. John threw a piece of paper at me. I'm going to beat him up after this. I want you to write that down and underline it. That has nothing to do with this. This is just one of those stupid announcer squabbles. Lee adjusts their glasses. David squirms uncomfortably. Look at his eyes. Holy cow. Holy cow is the great... It's pretty bad. You kind of need to blink there, my friend. Let's not interfere too much with this. I'd like to see it This still beats calling football. I would like to... John, if you throw one more thing at me, I am going to lose it. I swear, John. Anyway, we are locked in some bitter competition here. We've got some refreshment coming in. Lee refuses it. David takes some. It's reminding me of a great boxing match between Ali and Frazier or something, right? No? Oh. Absolutely. Ow. Is this me being told that I'm not good enough? Are you my father? We've got some more refreshment, some orange soda. I'd like to report that when I was last in the studio 2 days ago, I really shook up the soda, and I wanted it to explode, but then nobody opened it. Both contestants are kind of shaking now. I'm sure their endurance is running low. They've gotten a lot closer. The competitive tension is quite unmatched. It is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this. Certainly not in all my years of being a commentator for the Blue Golds. No, sir. I cannot even describe it to you folks at home, even though that's what I'm being paid $10 an hour to do by the university. The duck is now feeding David orange soda. It's shocking. David no longer has a drink. Lee still has theirs. We're still going here, in case you missed it. In case you didn't notice. We've got some more hijinks going on here. None of this was planned. This was supposed to just be a staring contest. We're still here in round 2, I should add. Now it's time for a quick word from our sponsors. Watch My TV 10. They sponsored this for some reason. It's getting quite intense. They're trying to clean up the studio. We should have been done 5 minutes ago. Our production director is using a mask that looks like something out of Yellow Submarine. I guess he must be a blue meanie. It is really rough. I have to call 2 baseball games tomorrow, add to this. I don't expect to have a voice by the 3rd inning of the first game because I'm having to talk through a ridiculous second round of a staring contest. This might as well have gone into double overtime. It's a paper mache mask, David. Who asked if it was a person? John now. Excuse me again. That was pretty rough. John refills Lee's paper cup. David does not have one to refill. Why are you what? We're really sorry that you had to hear that at home. To be honest with you, I don't know anything more than you guys do. I'll make sure not to give the microphone to anyone else, unless, that might be an improvement. We've kind of got some fans now here. Back to the action at hand. Put the money in his hand, and he has agreed to throw the round. I'm sure the boxing commission will have something to say about this. It's still the second round. If David blinks, it will go to a 3rd round, believe it or not. Oh, he has blinked. Oh, I have never seen suspense like this. It is now 1-1 in the best 2 out of 3 matchup. I can't believe they're going to do this again. I really don't want to call it, but I'm going to because I have no other choice. I only exist in this set, in this suit. So after a quick respite, they will go back and... Oh, they'll come back next time, it's been decided, for the 3rd and final round of this championship series, mercifully. For everybody else here, I'm Noah Schwartz, wondering what I just saw. Welcome back. We're here for the third and ultimate round in this best 2 out of 3 staring contest. I'd like to amend my report from a minute and a half ago, or however long ago it was. We're not doing the final round next week. We're doing it right now. Sorry. Let's give a quick recap before we get too far into this as the contestants warm up. Oh, I've got the stopwatch. Chill. David won the first round in just over a minute. Lee, on the other hand, won a marathon double, I might even say triple overtime match in the second round to even things up. Now, this is the one for all the marbles. This is the decisive one. Folks, are you ready? All right. I'll start this off. I've got a stopwatch this time, just so we know. In 3, 2, 1, start your engines. They both jumped out to a fast start, either side giving an inch. It is worth noting. Oh, I've been gifted a used paper cup. It is worth noting that David does seem a lot worse off, worse for wear, from the second round than Lee does. Lee is now taking off their lav mic and now their sweatshirt. This is quite interesting. I'm being handed a different pair of glasses. This is probably to boost ratings. Here, just give them to Joel. That's quite the thing. This is now the third different person. No, I don't want those. Okay. This is now the third different person to wear my glasses, and I'm wearing these. They're making a strange whirring sound. I don't know if the microphone is picking that up. I do feel quite conspicuous, but you know, ratings are ratings, and I'm just, I'm happy that I haven't been fired yet. David is reporting that the glasses reflect light. I must keep them from fighting each other.
She started it.
Okay. We're at the 125 mark now. Either side giving an inch. Now they're doing some fisticuffs. I think we're about to have our first, or our second, I should say, interjection from people outside. Oh, they are now stacking cups on the contestants' heads. This is quite the spectacle. Vin Scully would never call a thing like this, so I do feel a little bit perhaps misused by the organization that pays me. Although, not to say I'm Vin Scully. If anything, I am, I don't know, somebody even less talented than myself. The stacking is probably more intense and more interesting right now than the staring. The staring is a little bit like watching paint dry, if we're honest, or in another metaphor, watching golf. They're now stacking the cups. There's a pyramid on Lee's head. David is going for kind of a mohawk. Joel is on David's head, I should say. Lily having some bad luck with the cup stacking. You gotta wonder how much head shape factors into this. Lee has asked for a hair tie. Lily has reported that she does not have one, much to Lee's chagrin. My glasses are being moved for a 4th time tonight. Oh no. It's a good thing I never wear them on my show, because I don't want to look like a nerd. Present company excluded, of course. I'm now being gifted a... Okay. My poor glasses, they are now incredibly bent, which is good because I never liked wearing them anyways. Although...
Are they being bent too much?
I don't care.
Are you sure?
I literally do not care, Joel. This is quite interesting. David is still being stacked upon. Lee is now destroying a Dixie cup, biting into it even, using those gnashers. I would really like to take these glasses off, but I'm worried that I will be fired if I will, and I'd hate to admit how much I need this job. I think Lee is using the Dixie cup as a hair tie. It's incredibly Wow. I don't believe it. This is the best thing that has ever happened in the TV10 studio. Not this staring contest, obviously. The hair tie. The ingenuity. Lee is now eating the bottom of the Dixie cup that they turned into a hair tie. Now it is a threat, according to Lee, I'm being told. Joel and Lily have a copy of National Geographic and some A&W root beer. It's a shame that they're not using mug. What? 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 They're now sharing it. I'm a little bit worried as to why Lily has the Nat Geo. Oh, that is quite disturbing. This is why I cover sports and not oceanic news. Look at all those tentacles in there. And oh, those are lizards. I thought that was like a lobster thing. I don't do well with decapods. A tear just rolled down. Back to the action in our winner take all thing. A tear has just rolled down David's face, past my horribly bent glasses that my parents surely will not be too happy with. Not that they'll see this. There's an ad for Advil. Not that we support them, just get ibuprofen. It's the same thing. Unless they want to pay us, in which case Advil's much better. Yeah. It is still tied. Still in the decisive round. Winner take all. Lee is looking to complete the comeback. Not Justin, thankfully, David is looking to just hang on and bring home the championship. Both of them are looking to bring home the championship, I should say. The reward for this, bragging rights. That's all that's on the line here. We've been here for... Hold on, my phone shut off. We've been here for 6 minutes and 15 seconds in this round alone. We've probably been at this for about 20 minutes. And the reward is bragging rights? Bragging rights? Your eyes are twitching over bragging rights? John, please stop throwing things. I have no idea. I'm. Those glasses are gonna be like covered in tears. Yeah, yeah. It's you can have them. Honestly, I only bought them to look like John Lennon. You know. Yeah, sure. I'll interview you instead of doing commentary. This is a first in the national staring contest affiliation, I'm being told. We'll start with Lee, who is the host of the show. Lee, how do you feel out there?
I am doing quite well, actually. I think David's gonna blink here pretty soon. He's looking pretty beat up, but I am just living the dream out here, having a really good time. So grateful to be here. I'd like to thank my coaches and especially Lily for really bringing it through.
Thanks, I guess, for that. Now, David, what would a championship in this mean to you? Why are you still going?
I don't know. I felt like it.
You felt like it?
Yeah, pretty much. Why not?
But why?
Why not?
Okay. Well, we're still going here. Neither one is looking to give an inch. I'd like to take off these stupid plastic party glasses. Joel, my boss is telling me to put them back on or I'm fired. Okay. You all know me. I do cave for the money. I'm wearing the glasses again. So are they. Lee has asked for something heavy. This is really interesting. They're using the mannequin arm. Fun fact about that mannequin arm, I once used it for something. I don't remember what it was. What? both sides still going here. That mannequin arm, I used it. I think it was back when Oscar Sexauer was still the host of the show. I think no, because I sold my football helmet on his Antiques Roadshow. What did I do with the arm?
I don't know. But you know what? You keep talking about, firing people.
Yeah.
No one's getting fired at this point.
Not even me.
Well,
I'm
this
not
is
doing
a
a very
39
good
minute.
job.
Well, this is a 39-minute episode at this point. So maybe I should just fire all of you for it being this long.
If you fire me, I don't have to work the baseball game in the 38-degree weather tomorrow.
No, we need you. You are not getting fired anytime soon.
So close. I'm now
Lee is
being
doing
told-
squats.
Lee has found a way to turn this waste of time into an exercise, a workout. Easy for me to say. Joel, my other boss, is now poking me in the face with a broom, and now he's holding it menacingly just off shot. I don't know if we have a shot of it. It appears we do, I'm being told.
I'm gonna go on the other side of you so I don't get hit.
Yeah, I'm now being used not only as a play-by-play commentator for a sport with no plays, but also as a human shield to keep these two people separate. This is, if I'm being honest, a little bit uncomfortable, but you know what? It's a vibe. It is a handful. A great display of sportsmanship there amid the competition as they have exchanged the mannequin arm. What skit did I use that in? It's really bugging me. We use it as a prop. I wasn't in the trial. I was sick. Oh, yeah, I was. I was just, I just was. Yeah, I have had amnesia. Concussion induced. What was I saying? I'm going to move my hand now. I don't want any complaints from the FCC. I can read your palm. Here's your lifeline. It says you're going to give up soon.
Now I can't. Now I gotta do it out of spite.
Well, folks, I tried. We're still going here. Both competitors are just really stubborn. It seems like they don't know that I've got a sociology test due at midnight that I haven't studied for. I was asked to do this. We will go till midnight.
Chem is less important.
Yeah. Chemistry and sociology aren't important. Lee doesn't have anything to miss. But chemistry and sociology are not important at all. So, so what if we ruin our semesters in those? Bragging rights, much more important. Let's check the time now again. I do wish I had a color commentator, but Justin Narveson is stuck sick in bed playing MLB The Show and rubbing it in my face, which is where I'd rather be, in my bed playing MLB The Show. We've now got a couple tarps. We did expect inclement weather here, not quite here in the basement in the dome, but now they're looking very festive as we approach the 13-minute mark of this round. I'm being told to be festive. I'm being festive. If you think I was above this, you're very wrong. Go Lee. Go David. Go TV10. Lee is kind of paying me. Mostly it's Matt Peterson. Lee says that they will buy me a pizza. Or, no, Lee's going to buy David a pizza. That makes a lot more sense. Maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to interpret stuff here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm commentating. Lee is standing on one foot like, I don't know, that yoga pose.
Why are they doing everything behind you?
John is now being carried into the set. John, would you like to say a few words?
I love Peggy Franklin. Jim Franklin.
How about you? How about you, Joel?
I like turtles.
Crushing insight there. We're still going, believe it or not. It is right now. It's 9:36. I haven't even looked at a Quizlet for the sociology quiz. Professor, if you're watching, sorry.
I haven't time for this timer.
The timer. Yeah, the timer. It keeps going off because my phone's on low power mode. We're at 14:40.
So Noah, because this has been going on for almost 15 minutes at this point, we're gonna order some pizza.
Oh.
Do you have preferences?
I keep kosher, so just cheese for me.
Just cheese? Got it.
All right. Thank you, Annie.
You're welcome.
That's Annie Sikora, our station manager. She's really nice, except when she's not supposed to be. She lays down the law and tells us what we can and can't do. We're still going here. I just got this arm tangled in my sunglasses. Please help me. I can feel it stuck, but I can't see it. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Lily. Still going here. What? Oh, okay. Still going here. I think we're seeing. Oh, this is a portrait art at work. Let me just get a quick interview with the artist, Lily. What are you doing here?
I draw. I carry my journal everywhere. And when I see inspiration, when I see beauty in the world, I need to draw it.
That's really great. That's a really great likeness of David there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't notice that he had one of those. That's a very interesting art style. You really got the likeness down. Very cool. Back to the task at hand. We're bringing in more refreshments as we're somewhere in the 15-minute mark. Now Lee is being drawn. Ooh, I like this art style, Lily, I have to say.
Thank you. I've been developing it since I was a child.
It's a great likeness, very cartoony, but it exists in the real, which is as much as I'm qualified to talk about art. Anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you for this exposure. Really appreciate it.
Of course, if you'd like to buy Lily's art, I'm sure she's plugging it someplace.
I'll have a link in my Etsy on screen, please.
Okay, absolutely. I'll look to do this if we ever get out of this place. We're still here. David is bringing up a good point that Lee does host this show, not me, thankfully. Lee could stop this at any point and has not. It would be pretty rude. That's a great likeness. I think we should show this to the camera. Camera, could you get a shot of Lily's drawing? They're really great. I do plan on commissioning one of my own, of my long-deceased cat, Peter. The Etsy will be on the screen. It's still going here. It's still going here. I don't believe it. Okay, I'm being told to stop talking. Okay, I'm being given the microphone back. Why is this the dented one?
No, I bet you really regret doing commentary.
I do really regret doing commentary for this. I have 2 baseball games to go. You really should be. I'm scared. I've been scared since this started.
All right, stop. This has gone on long enough. Really, guys? A 40-minute episode of just a staring contest?
I had no
and
part of
it's not
this.
even blinking. Like, if they blinked, then we'd be over with. But this is just like a look contest. That's it. The rest of us are out of here.
Can I come too?
Yes.
Joel, do I have permission to go? started. Oh, okay. All right, we faded to black. We're still going here. The TriCaster's still on, even though we've dipped to black. Something fell. We're still going. Okay, it's still dark. This makes this even worse. We've got a flashlight now. Thank you, Lee. We're still going. It won't be much longer now. I feel like this is cheating, but at this point, I don't really care. I really want to smack one of them. If you're at home and you're watching this live, please vote. I know. But if you're watching this live, you can call in and vote. I will smack one of them. Just, bow! Because this has really gone on long enough, hasn't it, folks? You guys, you know? We are, I don't know, give me a second. It's 9:41. I've got less than, no, it's at 20 minutes, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. It's still going. It is pretty shocking. I've got a sociology test due in 2 hours that I haven't started to study for. Oh, my. They are still going at it. I have never, we're not going.